We talk to our dogs all the time. Who's a good boy? Want to go for a walk? Did you miss me? We speak to them as if they understand every word, and in those moments of connection, with their tilted heads and wagging tails, it truly feels like they do. But how much of our language are they actually processing? The answer, uncovered by science, is both surprising and deeply affirming. It turns out that our canine companions are far more fluent in human than we ever gave them credit for. Extensive research, most notably by canine psychologist Dr. Stanley Coren, has revealed that the average dog can learn to recognize around 165 words and signals. This is roughly equivalent to the linguistic ability of a 2-year-old human child. They aren't just hearing sounds, they are building a functional vocabulary. So, how do they learn? Instead, they are masters of associative learning. They forge a powerful connection in their brain. The sound walk means that exciting outdoor adventure is about to happen. The word treat is linked to a delicious reward. It's a direct, cause and effect understanding. This is why consistency is so crucial in dog training. You are literally helping them build their dictionary, one association at a time. But a dog's comprehension goes far beyond simple vocabulary. They are also experts in paralanguage, the nonverbal cues that accompany our speech. Much like humans, dogs process the literal meaning of familiar words in their brain's left hemisphere. But they process the emotional tone, the intonation of our voice, in their right hemisphere. This means that how we say something is often more important than what we say. A happy, high-pitched tone will elicit a joyful response, regardless of the words used, because the dog is reading the emotion behind the sound. The upper limits of this ability are truly staggering. Consider the case of Chaser, a border collie who became world famous as the smartest dog in the world. Through years of dedicated training, Chaser learned to identify and retrieve over 1,000 unique toys by their specific names. She wasn't just recognizing general commands. She understood that each of those 1,000 objects had its own distinct label. She demonstrated the ability to learn nouns, a feat that showcases the incredible potential lying within the canine mind. In the end, while dogs may not understand language in the abstract, narrative sense that we do, their ability is no less profound. They piece together our world through a mosaic of words they've memorized, the emotion they hear in our voice, and the gestures they see in our bodies. It's a unique and beautiful form of communication, a language built on love, association, and a deep, unwavering desire to connect with us. When we look into our dog's eyes and tell them we love them, we feel understood. But for centuries, this connection was considered a one-way street of human sentiment. Groundbreaking research, however, has peered directly inside the canine mind, and what it found is a stunning revelation. Dogs don't just hear our emotions, they understand our words, and they do it in a way that is remarkably similar to us. The secret lies in how the dog's brain divides the labor of listening. Using fMRI scanners, scientists at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest monitored the brain activity of dogs as they listened to their trainer speak. What they discovered was a clear separation of duties between the brain's two hemispheres. It activates when a dog hears a familiar word, regardless of the tone used. Just like in the human brain, this area is responsible for processing vocabulary, recognizing the distinct patterns of sounds that make up a word like sit or ball. It's the dog's internal dictionary. Meanwhile, a completely separate region in the right hemisphere acts as their how center. This area is dedicated to processing intonation, the emotional color of our speech. It doesn't care about the words being spoken, only the melody of the voice. It can tell the difference between a happy, high-pitched squeal, a low, comforting murmur, or a sharp, warning tone. This is the dog's emotional barometer, constantly measuring the feeling behind the sounds it hears. For a long time, we thought this was all they were doing, simply reacting to the emotion in our voice. But the true magic happens when these two systems come together. The study revealed that the reward center of a dog's brain, the part that feels pleasure and reinforcement, only lights up when the what and their how are in perfect alignment. In other words, a dog only truly feels praised when it hears praising words, spoken in a praising tone. If you say good boy in a flat, neutral voice, the left hemisphere will recognize the words, but the right hemisphere will detect a lack of positive emotion, and the reward center will remain dormant. The dog understands the words but feels that something is off. It's this integration of both word meaning and emotional tone that constitutes true understanding for a dog. To be a successful companion, a dog needs to understand not just our commands, but our intentions and our emotional state. By analyzing both what we say and how we say it, they gain a much deeper, more accurate picture of the message we are sending. It proves that our bond is more than just instinct. It's a genuine neurological connection, a shared language where words matter, but only when spoken from the heart. We've celebrated the fact that our dogs can learn hundreds of our words. It's a remarkable testament to their intelligence and their desire to connect with us. We teach them sit, stay, and fetch, and we rightly feel a sense of pride when they respond. But what if I told you that in every conversation you have with your dog, they are paying far more attention to something else entirely? What if our words are just background noise to a much richer, more ancient language they're fluent in? The truth is, dogs are not primarily listeners, they are master observers. While it's true that an intelligent dog can build a vocabulary of up to 250 words, this is a learned, secondary skill. Their true native tongue, the language they were born to understand, is body language. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. For tens of thousands of years, before they ever lived with humans, canids survived by reading the subtle, non-verbal cues of their packmates. A slight stiffening of the body, a shift in gaze, the angle of a tail. These signals were the difference between life and death, a successful hunt and starvation. This deep, instinctual ability to interpret physical signals is hardwired into your dog's brain. When dogs entered our world, they simply applied this superpower to us. To your dog, you are a giant, walking billboard of information. Every move you make tells a story. The fake throw is a perfect example. You can stand perfectly still and whisper, "Go get it," and your dog might just tilt its head. But if you perform the full, powerful motion of a throw without saying a single word, the dog will launch into a sprint. It's because the physical cue, the wind-up of your arm, the shift in your body weight, is a far more compelling and trustworthy signal than the arbitrary sound you made with your mouth. This visual dependency runs deep. Your dog knows you're going for a walk before you ever say the word, simply because you reached for the specific shoes you always wear, or you picked up the leash. They understand our intentions because they are professional people watchers. Scientists have even shown that dogs are one of the only species that instinctively understand the human gesture of pointing. While other highly intelligent animals might just look at your finger, a dog understands that you are using your body to refer to something else in the environment. This is why we sometimes get frustrated, thinking our dog is being disobedient. We might be giving a firm stay command, but if our body is leaning slightly forward, or our eyes are glancing ahead, we are non-verbally screaming, "Let's go," to our dog, and they will almost always trust the message from our body over the message from our voice. So the next time you talk to your dog, remember that a conversation is happening on two levels. And the one that truly matters to them is the one you speak with your posture, your gestures, and your gaze. Our bond with them isn't just built on words. It's built on a shared, silent understanding that transcends species.